Now that it's a new week, the games are over, and the celebrations happened in San Francisco, the NBA's offseason is officially here. For the Celtics, it's come very quickly, and already the planning is going on for what the C's can do to make sure the championship celebration happens in Boston this time next year. President of Basketball Operations, Brad Stevens, giving his perspective on Tuesday. Obviously, he had success in his new role this year, making the necessary roster changes mid-season for the team to get to the NBA Finals and compete for a title. As far as the turnaround goes, from under 500 mid-season to getting to Game 6 against the Warriors, the boss, Stevens, was happy to see it all come together.
To be a real team that, was pulling in one direction, that, we had 17 players, including our two ways, and there was not one person not totally all on board moving in one direction. It was a real enjoyable group to be around.
Now for Stevens and the Celtics, it's about making the necessary changes to get the C's from runner-up to champions, whether it be through free agency, trade, or the NBA draft, which is Thursday night, 8 o'clock, right here on ABC 6. C's have just one second-round pick at number 53 overall. Stevens saying today ownership is on board in terms of resources, so they'll make tweaks as necessary.
I think your identity as a team, when you find one that's successful, which we did this year on the defensive end of the floor, those things are fragile. It's quite a fine line. If you ask me right now what we need, I'd like to have a little bit more scoring off the bench. But I believe in a couple of the guys that didn't get a chance to play as much. We'll continue to scour and look at what our opportunities are.
One more Celtics note from Tuesday. Shams Charania of The Athletic is reporting Johnston native and C's assistant coach Joe Mazzulla is getting a second interview with the Utah Jazz for their head coaching vacancy. The former Hendricken Hawk said to be one of 15 candidates in the running for the job. Remember, former Boston boss Danny Ainge is part of the brass now in Utah.